Hello. Welcome to the Shoe Snob live and uncut unboxing series. Maybe I shouldn't say live because I'm probably going to try to knock out a few of these today, but they won't all be uploaded today. Anyway, here we are with a new pair of shoes by TLB Mallorca. TLB Mallorca is, I'm going to say, one of the newer brands, one of the newer high-end welted brands of the industry, but has come out with a bang for some very impressive work that they do on their shoes in general, but specifically on one of their ranges called the Artista range. So I actually have a pair from both of their collections, but today I'm going to focus on the Artista range, show you this one first, and then at another time show you one from their mainline range. So let's take a look. I forgot that I had written down some details, so let me grab those. Just because as I don't cut, sometimes you gotta remember everything and it's not always easy to do. All right, here we go. So, nice sturdy box. Got some very, sorry, I'm blanking on the word, but what I'm looking for is some very basic details here of the shoe. Something does confuse me though, that, and it could just been a sticker or box that they didn't have one of. They sent me a UK 6.5, but the sticker says 6 medium. So I don't know if there was a discrepancy there, but thought it was worth noting in case some of you find the same thing and potentially get alarmed. Make sure you always double check the shoes first, because those are in reality what are most important. The sticker doesn't really matter in reality. All right, so here we go. I chose a museum calf Burgundy Adelaide Oxford. Something that I don't actually have in my own personal collection. Something I found to be very beautiful. I love this Adelaide that they've done, that they specialize in, with this very sharp line that comes down. I'm gonna say aggressively, because you know what? It's a very aggressive, sharp line, which is rare for me to actually like, because I tend to like things more on the soft side of things, more rounded, more finesse, less harsh. But I was drawn to this very sharp, very edgy, very drastic line, as, I don't know, maybe it's because far too many people have the same cut of Adelaide facing. So when I see something different and unique, maybe I just get drawn to it, as long as it's not ostentatious. So let me pull out the other pair. Initial thoughts: shoes look beautiful, obviously. Box is good. The bag is unlined. I didn't expect that from this caliber of shoe. I would have thought the bag would have been a bit stronger. Not saying that it's not strong, but I would have thought it would have been lined, which is usually a sign of a higher end, higher grade shoe. Usually you find the unlined bags in the kind of basic levels of shoemaking and pricing. So let's take a look at the shoes. Well, first, let me start off by saying TLB Mallorca. TLB actually stands for the initials of the owner, Tony. I won't go into try to pronounce the middle name. The last name I believe is Barcelo. I can't recall what the middle name was, but it starts with an L. And yeah, they've been around now for maybe 2 years. In reality, 2.5 at the most. Not a long time, but they've come out with a big bang, because they are pushing the boundaries for Spanish shoemaking. As far as kind of quality and detailing goes. I'm not gonna lie, obviously Carmina is very famous, but a lot of Spanish shoe brands are known for the more kind of entry to mid-range making, as opposed to the high grade making is usually left to the Italians, the French, the English, and the Spanish have always kind of been in that entry point. But as time goes on, they're building their skills, and TLB is a good show of that, as they came out with a very elegant and very beveled and very thin sole, something you don't often see in Spanish shoemaking. So I gotta say, the sole is very nice. It's very narrow, which is elegant. You know, the inside arch waist is cut very tight. So, you know, you gotta have some good arch support in there to be able to withstand that foot where we all press down as we're walking. So, beautiful, elegant shape, very nice rounded edges. You can see that the detailing is there. The fudging is quite soft, but still noticeable, which is nice. It's not so pronounced. I like fudging, but then I tend to not like it when it's super pronounced, as that kind of takes away from me of the elegance of it. I like it when it's there and fine. You can see they trim the heel all the way around the leather to create as tight of a look as possible to the last. When you find things protruding, it takes away the elegance. You know, when you got these big old bulky heels that stick out like a half an inch from the actual lash shape, it's not attractive. So they noticed that and decided to do something about it. So this model here, I call it Elegant Aggressive Adelaide, but they call it Model 107. The last is called the Picasso. It's a very fuller shaped chisel last, not super elongated, and it looks like it has some generosity in the forefoot. I'm actually going to do something different this time, and I'm going to try it while I'm talking to you. We're going to do a live trial fitting just to see how it fits and feels. So the brass tacks that most likely a lot of you want to know is the price, and this is what's most impressive. Buying from TLB, who have their own e-commerce site, it shows me being in the US, the price being $351 in euros. So I presume that this is a non-VAT pricing. So Spanish VAT is 21%, and if you add that, that comes out to 425 euros. So for all of you in Europe, that's 425 euros. For all of you outside of Europe, that's 351 euros. Speaking in dollars, this roughly translates to just shy of 400, which is a very good price for this caliber of shoe. The leather is museum calf, I believe. I can't recall if they told me it's from Ikea, but it's Burgundy museum calf. The sole has some nice little detailing in the heels with some nails. It's looks good, beautiful sole leather. Very hard wearing. It's got some size to it. It's not a thin sole by any means, which I prefer something sleek but not overly thin, because you know we are putting weight all day long on these shoes, and you need something slightly robust. If it's too thin, it doesn't do the supporting. The waist has a nice fiddle back. It's a rounded fiddle back. It's not like a V-shaped one. I actually prefer the round ones. I got tired of the same V-shaped one that everybody does. I think it's nice to a certain degree, beautiful in a bespoke shoe, but in a ready-to-wear production, I like a round one, to be honest. So everything is tip-top here. I don't see any noticeable flaws. Maybe a little bit of it looks like whoever cut the channel messed up a little bit on the waist, but I mean, these things are not to be worried about, because in reality, the sole is the sole. The second you go outside, you muck it up, it never looks the same again. I don't tend to bother with things like that, because in reality, if it's not taken away from the lifespan of the shoe, and it's not some obvious aesthetic cut on the toe, then in reality, it doesn't matter. I mean, at least, I don't know about if you guys are prancing around on your toes, tiptoeing around, but the amount of dings and nicks I see in my shoes on a daily basis, we do more damage than we imagine in one day's time. So things like this don't bother me. This is, you know, this is the thing. It's the price you pay for having a skilled artisan do it by hand. We aren't robots and we make mistakes. But at $400, it's amazing quality. So let me try one on. Let me see how they fit. have a strange foot, but I'll at least give you some feedback on all the other shoes that I've fit in my life, so I can tell you if it fits quite standard to other models. Let's give it a go here. Huh. Like a dummy, I forgot to take out the stuffing. Maybe I should be called the shoe rookie. There we go. All right. So, fits well. 6.5 is definitely my size. UK, 7.5 US. I can see that it definitely has a little bit of volume in the forefoot. I have a narrow forefoot, so I can say I could probably have it a little bit tighter. I couldn't take a half size down though, so it leads me to believe that it's kind of a fuller fitting last. For those of you that may know my shoes, I might compare it to my chisel last, the LPB or NGF, which have a bit more volume in the forefoot. But size wise is good. Yeah, last looks great. Looking down at it, very elegant model indeed. Huh. Well, it gets flying reviews with me. Great shape, great price, beautiful leather, no visible flaws in reality. That little sole thing, I mean, it's nothing, you know, doesn't take away. Quality of the craftsmanship is tip top. 400 bucks, no brainer. This is top level leather here, so smells good. Doesn't smell like chemicals. Smells like nice leather. Probably one of my favorite smells. May sound weird. I love the smell of a shoe factory. Great stuff. Anyway, TLB Mallorca. If you haven't heard of them, check them out. If you don't, you're missing out, because these are great shoes at a great price, and I can just imagine them expanding their collection and doing some great things in the future. So have a look. Shortly I will do the mainline review, but that might be a little bit later as they're loafers, and who's really wearing loafers right now? Only one of those spoiled people living in sunny places, but majority of us are probably cold wearing boots and parkas right now. So do stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed. TLB Mallorca, 400 bucks. Check their site. Lovely shoe. I'll do more posts and photos and other things on it as well. All right, you guys take care. Bye bye.